want to give all honor, praise, and glory to
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Hashem, Kakadash.
double honor to our apostles, the elders, the great millstone that rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, listen to the true doctrine, across the four winds of the earth and all truth and sincerity. They with the Mississippi count once again come down the highways and byways, prophesying the downfall of America. They so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans know that you're the Most High's chosen people, man. And at the door of mercy, the window of opportunity to repent and come back to the Heavenly Father, the only begotten Son, is closing, man. You paying attention to what's going on? You know, they're pretty much preparing, getting prepared to, you know what I'm saying, start dominating the social media, internet, YouTube, whatever, so they can start, you know, dictating the word that's going out, man. And we know why that is. That's primarily because, you know what I'm saying, the truth, man. You know, they wanted to keep this truth from flowing, man, but it's a done deal, man. The Lord has already magnified his word, man. It has gone out throughout the four corners of the earth, man. Because one thing about it, man, if the Lord said, it's going to happen, man. If the Lord is speaking, it's going to come to fruition. And he's speaking it by way of his prophets, man. And we see these things are happening, man. Okay, so when the famine of the word comes, the job is done as far as this word going out the way it's supposed to. But we know the famine of this word is coming, man. This brother want to get that for? Okay. Well, you got one, brother. Bring it on that.
This is Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, said the Lord, power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst for water, but of hearing the word of the Lord.
Right, because the word of the Lord, man, is going to come to an end. Because this word is supposed to go out for so long, man. Okay, we're not going to be on the highways and byways and the internet forever. This word is going to go out as it has been throughout the four corners of the earth. And we see now that this word has reached that point, man. Okay, if the elect haven't been completely sealed through the Spirit, man, we know it's going to be very soon. I mean, it's evident because, again, the word of the Lord is faithful and true. And he said that he would send his word throughout the four corners of the earth, and then the end would come. And the prophecies are coming to pass, and we see them, man. But, you know, it's going to be that famine of the word, man, when people are going to be looking for the prophets, okay? All these scoffers, people who just riding by, looking, not paying attention. You know, it's going to come a point when shit gonna hit the fan, man. Okay, when the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Shai, is gonna allow the devil to pull the plug, in reality, you're gonna start setting in on people. You're not gonna be able to go on the internet. You're not gonna be able to come out and see the prophet. Okay, all you're gonna see is what's going on throughout the earth, man. And it's gonna be chaos. Okay, it's gonna be mayhem. Everything is gonna be going crazy, man. Why is it gonna be happening like that? Because that's what's prophesied to happen. Okay, it's as simple as that. The Lord's words are faithful and true, man. He said, if I have said it, will I not make it good? So we know these things are going to happen because what? Jacob's trouble is going to come. A time like never before since there was a nation. Okay, that's going to surpass any bad thing you can think of. Any bad shit that happened throughout history, man, is not going to mount up to what's going to happen in this time that's coming, man, before the return of Yahweh Shai. All right? Brother,
And this is 1 Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and the season, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so come as a thief in the night.
Because, I mean, why would it be a point of the Most High telling Yahweh Shai to let us know exactly when he coming, man? So people can try to straighten up then and try to get right, man. No, man, this is about faith, man. This is about believing. This is about repentance, okay? This is about, you know what I'm saying, living and upholding the law, statutes, commandments to the best of your ability, man, without no certain time or date knowing when the Lord is coming back, man. As the scripture be going into, if the homeowner, basically, roughly paraphrasing, knew the thief was coming, he wouldn't leave. He'll be prepared for him, man. Okay, he'll be ready and waiting. But see, that ain't the way it's supposed to be. The homeowner should have everything set before he leaves. He should have his alarm set. He should make sure his damn doors are locked. Okay, if the house fits in, let the dog roam, man. Okay, to have that protection. Okay, to have everything set for the thief can't come in. And that's what we're doing, man, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shai. We're doing the work. Okay, we're staying in the lane of what we have been taught by apostles and elders. Okay, we're prepping up for the return of Yahweh Shai. Okay, so we won't get caught with our pants down, so they speak, man. All right, we want to be ready when the Lord comes back. Okay, we don't want to be sitting up here looking stupid. Oh, damn, did I do enough? Damn, the Lord gonna spare me. Well, we don't want to have that mindset. We just want to be like, yo, I did everything I could, man, and just pray that the Lord find mercy upon me. But we don't want to be scatterbrained, man, running around here like a chicken with our head cut off because we don't know what the fuck is going on, man. That's why we stay rooted in the truth, man. That's why we stay in the path of what we have been taught by apostles and elders, man. Okay, and we stick to the script. So when these times coming, which they are currently, we seeing them, but when they really fire up, okay, when, like I say, when this devil really pull the plug on society, when it comes to the monetary system, okay, when it comes to your basic so-called necessities, lights, water, trash, all this shit. When Esau cut that shit off, reality gonna sit in. You women ain't gonna be able to go and get no goddamn wig. You ain't gonna be able to go to get no eyelashes, no makeup, no feminine product. Okay, you niggas ain't gonna be able to find your best weed and all the drink you want and shit like that. You know, all this shit is gonna be something that's not easy accessible as it used to, because there's gonna be so much chaos going on. Everybody's gonna be trying to figure out how to survive. It's gonna be the survival of the fittest, man. But see, when you in this truth, man, when you're rooted, okay, when you have understanding, you know that the Lord is gonna take care of his men, because he said, and we have faith and we believe in it. And we ain't gonna let nobody or anybody say anything that can sway us from that, man. All right?
This is Proverbs 1 and 21. Well, Salaki, Proverbs 1 and 20. Wisdom cry without.
Wisdom cry without, man. Why do you think we're so passionate? Because you only got one time to get your stuff together before the stuff hit the fan. Noah only had a small space to warn everybody about this catastrophic event that was going to change the history of the world. That was going to change the makeup for the planet Earth. So that's why the Most High gave Noah a 120-year window. And that's why she's crying without. Because when this happened, we can't do nothing about it.
And what's 1 plus 2?
3.
So 123 for confirmation?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Right, back in Proverbs 1 and 20. Wisdom cry without, she utters her voice in the streets.
Don't you know when this happens in society? Somebody get Jeremiah 28. When this happens in society, Yahweh is speaking. The creator of the heavens and the earth, is the creator of you is speaking. All right.
Hebrews 1 and 1. The Most High, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spoke in time past unto the fathers by the prophets.
He spoke to the fathers by the prophets. We're in the stead of Jeremiah. We're in the stead of Baruch. We're in the stead of Amos, Obadiah, Haggai, Habakkuk, Isaiah. We're in their stead talking to the niggas they was talking to. The 2/3 of our people, some of us, you know, it's the elect out there scattered. But we're doing what the fathers did. They were summoned by Yahweh. They were the mouthpiece by Yahweh. Don't you know when you see different camps or sanctuaries popping up throughout the states and ultimately throughout the world, then that means a major change is about to come.
Right.
When you see earthquakes in diverse places, when you see strange sightings in the heavens, all right, when you see planes crashing, the moon turning to blood, all right, global warming, chaos amongst the nations, mass protests, wars and rumors of wars. Don't you know these signs? That means a major shift is about to happen in the earth. And when it happens, you cannot say, nobody told us. Because Yahweh had been telling you for 50 years. All right, was it 55 years? For 55 years, from 1967 to 2024, Yahweh has been telling you for 55 years. Yeah. We're not controlling ourselves right now.
That's right.
Like my body moving, and you know, this is Yahweh puppeteering. He's a ventriloquist, man. Because when it happens, you can't say nobody prepared me, nobody told me. All right?
I got this here in 28 verse 6.
What's that, 28 and 8?
28 and 8. All right, this is Jeremiah 28 verse 8. The prophet that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms.
It's not America a great kingdom? Is not this the center place of the world? Is not this the melting pot? Why was America called the melting pot? Because all the different nations across the earth came to America through the harbors in New York. All right, and immigrants. All right, if it wasn't so great, why did everybody come here? America was once the great kingdom, man. All right.
Against many great kingdoms, a war.
Of wars, aren't we brewing into World War III? Did we not see an article that said Vladimir has tested his first nuclear missile? There we go. Let's go, man. And once World War III comes, you cannot un-World War III. All right, when things hit the fan, you cannot get your normalcy back. That's why we're so belligerent and so passionate when we're telling you, because when it happens, you cannot get this back. You can, okay,
To back you
Yep,
up,
let's go, brother. Let's go, brother.
Isaiah 55:11. So shall my word be that go forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void.
Yeah, it's gonna land on the ears of the elect, man.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
And like you said, so hey, WW3, once the Most High makes it happen, like you say, you cannot undo it.
You cannot.
You cannot undo it. And this is the point. It shall not return unto me void. So you can't undo it. But it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
Yep. So one of the prophecies is World War III.
Yep.
One of the prophecies is the Quran.
Yep.
One of the prophecies is martial law.
Yep.
You cannot unmartial law when it gets here. You're gonna have certain center points where the food is this way. They gonna scan your motherfucking head. And if you turn the wrong color, they might blast your ass, man.
That's right.
You might be with your woman and your kids. And you might be the only one that can go through. What's gonna happen to your woman and your kids? Y'all might be in a hotel sanctuary. You, your woman, and your kids. You might wake up and your woman might not be there. You might never see her again. You might never see your kids again. We're never going to get America back. We're never going to make America great again. All right? Y'all able to say something?
Yeah, I was just going to piggyback on the priest. Can you read that again?
You want that? Okay, bro. Back in Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 11. So shall my word be that go forth out of my mouth.
Who was the word? The word was Yahweh Shai.
That's right. So shall my word be that go forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void.
He accomplished everything that he was set out to do when he came to this earth. And when he returned to the Father, you know, the Father said, well done.
Yeah, that's right.
But it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
And how is it prosper? He got his disciples out doing the work now, pushing the ending of the prophecies that was after you, that's supposed to happen after Yahweh Shai, you know, had come. So the word is still at hand, it's still working, it's still moving. His prophets are out preaching and teaching and doing the work and showing that the end is here.
Can I back him on one time? This is John 1:14. And the word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth.
Yep.
Just to back you up, how the word became flesh.
Yep.
You know?
Because he came to do the will of his Father.
Yeah.
He came to fulfill prophecy. You know? So on a deeper level, the word was Yahweh Shai.
Right.
But face value, the prophecy. But it tells you that Yahweh Shai came in the volume of the book.
That's right.
But it also tell you that basically that value was prophecy.
That's right.
He came in the spirit of prophecy, man. So either way it goes, it's routed back to Yahweh Shai.
That's it.
But we're in the most precious fucking time. Because we're in a time of Noah before the rain came. Before the floodgates of heaven. Come on, man. Opened up, man.
And we see the clouds right now.
See the clouds right now.
The clouds are formulating in the sky. All right, and pretty soon it's going to start sprinkling, and then it's going to start storming.
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, starting at verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
Yep.
Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
If Baba Kashak, can you bring that down?
Gun. I'm gonna read it again. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents, as harmless as doves. And that can be multifold, but we can go into when we, you know what I'm saying, out on the highways and byways teaching, man. You see how scoffers be coming around, you know what I'm saying, maybe agents or whatever. A prime example was last Friday with the Dallas brothers. They had that scoffer in front of them. just wouldn't fucking get out of the way. Straight demon, man. But see, those brothers continue to be rooted in the truth, man. They stayed steadfast. They wasn't provoked by that demon, and they just kept pushing the word,
Are you
man.
referring to the Dallas camp?
Good.
Hey, that was a beautiful edification.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never been edified like that while Software was like right there.
Yeah.
And you can still get built up off the
Yeah.
edification, man.
Good, bro.
You know?
Good. Verse 17. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues.
Yeah, because you see what they have the power to do on this side. They could defame us.
Yeah.
You know, they could demonize us. They could say these men are PEDOs.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they're gonna do deep fakes on us. They're
true.
gonna edit the clips to make it seem like we're saying something that we're not.
Right.
To change up the message. All while we're in a concentration camp.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna happen very quick. When they snatch us up, everything is gonna happen very fucking quick, man.
Good.
All right.
Verse 18. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake,
Yep.
for the testimony against them and the Gentiles.
Yep.
But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not you that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speak in you. Done. So, hey, as Scripture saying, one day, you know, they gonna, like the elder was saying, they gonna start lifting brothers up. Brothers gonna be going to concentration camp, but some of brothers gonna have to go in front of their nobles, man. You know what I'm saying, for their persecution, man. So, I mean, we shouldn't get all nerve wrecked and nothing like that, man. We just do like we do out here. Let the Spirit move, man. Let the Spirit do what it do. So, and the Lord said He's gonna pretty much guide our tongues, man. So when we get in there, or whatever the case may be, man, just continue to keep your faith, your hope, and let the Lord, man, do the spiritual work through your body, man. Because He's going to deliver the message that them crackers need to hear.
Yeah, and don't say shit. You know, that's what happens when you're watching First 48. Hey, how you turn Jake against each other. Yeah. Elder Z said this. Priest Lamar said that. Yahweh said this. B said this. Abaya said that. No, you be quiet. And we got the blueprint from Yahweh Shah. When he was being interrogated, he showed so much self-discipline, self-restraint that even Pilate marveled.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just be quiet.
That's it.
That's it.
Yep. No, it's part of it. But yeah, you get Wisdom of Solomon 14.
Hey, this is Wisdom of Solomon 14 and verse 20. And so the multitude, allured by the grace of the work, took him now for a power which a little before was but honored.
Because before the flood, to give context, all right, before the flood, the earth was heading into idolatry. All right, and we notice the nature of man because what happened after Egypt? Jake deviated into idolatry, calf worship.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Verse 21. And this was an occasion to deceive the world, for men serving either calamity or tyranny did ascribe unto stones and stumps the incommunicable name.
So we know through the scriptures that sheds light on the world before the flood.
Yeah.
There was a world before the flood. There was a civilization before the flood.
Right.
And the fall of that civilization was the result of idol worship.
Right.
All right.
Right. And just to break down this term, incommunicable name, all it means is basically you cannot associate Yahweh and Yahweh's name with any other deity, man. But they try to twist it and say that means you cannot verbalize the name. No, you cannot associate Yahweh and Yahweh with any other deity.
Because
man.
I'm glad you said that. That's what people were doing back in the ancient
That's
the
right.
world before the flood.
That's right, bro.
All right, that pre-flood era, they would actually make idols and say that's the Most High.
There you go.
You know?
There you go. You want that Romans 1:26, right? Oh, sorry. I'm jumping again.
Yeah, it's
All right. Hey, back in Wisdom of Solomon 14 and verse 22. Moreover, this was not enough for them that they erred in the knowledge of the Most High, but whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance.
Because the Most High gave oral laws of how to conduct yourself on His planet.
That's right.
All right, and we deviated from those oral laws.
That's right.
All right.
Those so great plagues called they peace,
Yep.
For what?
No, because you might have an exchange with your friends, right? Or exchange with your wife, right? Y'all might have a union, right?
Right.
And you say, this is what I expect from you. These are your duties.
Right.
But you tell her words, right?
Right.
She deviates from that.
Right.
But y'all might reconcile.
Right.
But when y'all come back, now you got to put it on contract. See, in the beginning, it was an oral contract. But then after the exodus of Egypt, all right, it was a concrete contract, man. All right?
Back into chapter, verse 23. For while they slew their children as sacrifices.
Now you got abortion clinics.
Right.
You sending your kids out for the military.
right.
You got upper echelon niggas actually sacrificing their sons and daughters for fame.
That's right.
All right?
That's right. Molech.
Molech.
Or use secret ceremonies.
And they got certain abortion clinics. The architecture is modeled after the Owl of Molech. It looks like a freaking owl. You can Google image it, man. You can Google image it, man. You can Google image it, man.
But we crazy.
But we crazy. This is a demonic ass world we live in, man.
right.
All right?
And what's of course you, what's the hoopla been about, what's his name, Ryan Garcia. You know, he was saying how they had him in California, in that place, damn, what's that place in California?
Bohemian Grove?
Yeah, they said they had basically held him down, and he had to watch kids get raped and shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's been the big story.
Hey, but you know how many kids come up missing at Disney
That's
World?
right, bro.
Yeah.
How many kids come up missing at
Right.
Disney World?
Yeah. They got them underground tunnels and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Back into the scripture. Verse 23, for while they slew their children as sacrifices or used secret ceremonies or made revelings of strange rituals.
Revelings of strange rituals. Like, you got, what you got, the pizza, out there in New York? Pizza Gate. The Pizza
Yeah,
Gate.
yep, piece of good.
I got all these strange rituals, starting with the elites.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of demonic portals in America. Y'all should might get into it, man. There's a lot of hot central zones for demonic activity here, man.
That's right.
All right?
That's right. That's right. Verse 24, they kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled.
Hey, because one of the top laws within the first 10 commandments is love thy neighbor as thyself.
That's right.
So
That's right.
we were supposed to we supposed to honor each other when the Most High put us on this planet. So we're not even thinking about ill will towards your brother.
Right.
So the reason why I say you didn't honor life, because before the flood came, niggas was killing each other like it was nothing. That's why I say you honor life. What happened? We had street nigga culture back then. All right?
And nothing's new under the sun.
There's no new thing under the sun.
Yeah.
All right?
Back to verse 24. They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled, but either one slew another treacherously
Yep.
or grieved him by adultery.
So all you have now is sneaky culture.
That's it.
The real culture in America is basically being adulterers or adulteresses, man. That's the culture, man. That's the culture.
That's right.
That's why they got words called sneaky link.
That's right.
All right, side chick, or no, not side chick. I'm being side nigga. All right, it is a cesspool, man. All right.
So that there reign in all men without exception blood, manslaughter, theft, and dissimulation, corruption, unfaithfulness, tumults, and perjury.
So this is the pre-flood mindset for the Most High hit a reset on the earth. The Most High hit a whiteout. He uses whiteout. You put a little whiteout marker on the earth, man, called a flood, man. And he's so merciful, he put up Noah to put it in their face what they were doing wrong. And what was going to happen as a result of their wrongdoing. And just like now, nobody has ever seen a flood of missiles hit America. Nobody has ever seen a flood back in the ancient world.
That's right.
All right?
That's right. Because back in the day when you use whiteout, you were still able to write on it after it dried. So
Yep.
how did the Most High write on it? By giving Noah comfort.
Yep.
Well, no, Noah was the comfort for his sons
Yeah.
and their daughters, man.
That's what his name means, the rest.
That's right.
To rest, so yeah, you know, to rest.
Back in verse 26, disquieting of good men,
Yep.
forgetfulness of good turns, the falling of spirits, changing of kind.
Changing of kind. What do you have now? Transformers.
That's right.
So this happened back then. You had weirdos back then.
Right.
All right, but this world consists of perverts now. What does the word pervert mean? To turn away. What do you turn away from? The righteous way set up by Yahweh Bahashim outside. Which is why I said, let us make man in our image. Give them order. All right, go ahead.
Disorder in marriages, adultery.
Disorder in marriage, the woman over the man. All right? swinging, polyamory. All right.
Adultery and shameless uncleanness.
Yeah, adultery. 30 to 40% of married men who get paternity tested are not the father, man.
Yeah.
You know. All right.
And like I can say, they slickly try to promote that shit in like TV shows and movies and shit. You know, they'll have like people like doing just fuck around the bed and shit, but half of those people be married, man.
Oh yeah, you smart how the actors and actresses actually be married.
Yeah.
And then the Western storyline in a love movie, correct me if I'm wrong, the married nigga, the dude she married to is always an asshole. He kind of sorry,
Yeah.
and the movie writers always justify the adultery because the man that she's married to is actually like an asshole. Right?
And he's rich and never at home.
Yeah.
Right? And she's being neglected.
Yep.
So now
So
they looking at it in the television or the television programming, and it's programming them to think that shit is okay.
That's right.
the number one cause of divorce is really American media. As soon as another country accepts that American media, their women, it perverts their mind. They start thinking differently, man.
They've been exposed.
They've been exposed.
Exposure.
It's like they're forbidden fruit.
That's it.
All right?
That's it.
Have y'all heard about the new law that Florida's trying to pass?
No, I haven't.
Where they're talking about now as soon as a woman conceives a child, that child support can be put on the man. You know,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I looked it up and I'm like, they can't, well, I asked the question, I posed the question, I'm like, well, how could they do that? They don't even know if it's his child, you know, but they can't get a DNA test to 10 weeks after, you know, she's been pregnant. So, I mean, somebody could be paying for a child for 2.5 months and it's not his child, just going back into what you were saying.
Yep.
Another one. Salaki, but it's another thing they doing now where a woman got so long she can withdraw her consent. Say, you know, a woman and a man, they go out the club, they having a good time. You know what I'm saying? They vibing, so they go, you know what I'm saying, have consensual sex. But if in a certain time span, if you done pissed her off, or maybe her homegirls are joning her or something, she can withdraw that consent and still press charges on you for great, man. You know, that's wicked as fuck.
Yeah, but this is not gonna go on forever, though. This is not gonna go on forever. You tear, you devil, man. You Cain. The Most High is not gonna have a cancer in his planet without plucking him out. He's not gonna have a weed planted in his garden in the earth without plucking him out.
Right.
And was it on there? Okay, so.
Back in Wisdom of Solomon 14 and verse 27, for the worshiping of idols, not to be named, is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil.
What's that first law within the Ten Commandments?
That should have been with God.
For me.
Because the first law is always the most important. Like on the ingredients on the back of a label, they have the ingredients. That first ingredient is the most dominant thing in that element, in that particular product. That first law is the most important because that's the beginning of the downfall of mankind.
Yeah.
All right.
Exodus 23, 20 and verse 3, you shall have no other gods before me.
Yep. So we don't worship no Ra. We don't worship no Semiramis, no Isis, no fish or Dagon. We worship Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's right.
Money,
We don't worship no
women.
money. We don't worship the body of a woman.
Ourselves.
We don't worship ourselves.
bro.
You know, that's a beautiful point, man. We don't worship the Most High's creation like we don't worship the sun. We don't worship no tree. We admire it, like we love his, but we love him more for making it.
Yeah.
Because he's the first author of beauty.
That's
We
right.
understand that the planet Earth was a paradise for us,
That's right.
but we don't worship his. Come on, that's ignorant, man. All right.
Verse 28, for either they are mad when they be married, or prophesy lies, or live unjustly, or else lightly forswear themselves.
Yep.
For in so much as their trust is in idols, which have no life, though they swear falsely, yet they look not to be hurt. Albeit for both causes shall they be justly punished, both because they thought not well of the Most High, giving heed unto idols, and also unjustly swore in deceit, despising holiness.
Don't you know when the Most High has vengeful, like the Most High is a jealous power, and he gets vexed when you worship idols. That's why that judgment be so fierce, because it's the Most High saying, let your idol save you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm finna punish the fuck out of you and watch your idol just stand there.
Because it's spiritual adultery.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like watching your woman next to you be in the face of another man.
Yeah.
And what you idolize this nigga for your God right here.
But what if you beat the shit out of her? What if you beat, we're not doing that. But I'm saying you beat the shit out of a woman.
And when I did this.
Yeah, it's like, watch me whoop your ass and watch him just stand there. You know what I mean? Or what, you finna go, let me take everything from you, and watch him save you. He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna bring you that security that I brought you. You know what I mean? That's why we here in the Projects Town America. we in Jerusalem, we was up here. In America, we down here.
Seeking after that whore.
Yep.
Being tempted by the delicacies and the dainties and all the glittery stuff, the shiny shit that you call it.
The shiny shit, but hey, because you know what? We're Keisha. Didn't I say I have likened Israel to a comely, delicate woman? We're seeing us play out through the women we complain about. We're seeing most Israelite men have had a dark time with a woman, a bad experience with a so-called black woman. She done left you for a lesser value nigga. Why did that happen? The Most High was showing you with him. You think them Canaanite guys are more superior than the Most High? You think Dagon was more superior? You think Semiramis? So the Most High showed us through our image. That's why we here.
And that's the best example.
That's the best example, man. All right.
Verse 31. For it is not the power of them by whom they swear, but it is the just vengeance of sinners that punish always the offense of the ungodly.
And I love that word that stands out. The just punishment. That means that they were worthy of their flood. Don't you know that dinosaurs coexisted with us? Don't you know that we saw Leviathan? I'm sorry, we probably saw Leviathan, but yeah, because Leviathan was set up in the sea. That was split for that one part. It was 7 parts. One part was the sea. So Leviathan was in the sea, but Bohemian, he was in 1,000 mountains.
Yeah.
But don't you know we was out there with dinosaurs? That's how you'll be out there with a giraffe. Depending on where you live on the earth, you might be out there with an ostrich, out there with a giraffe. Don't you know we were out there with dinosaurs? Don't you know that there were flowers the size of you? Don't you know there was fruit this big? You ever saw the movie Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? And they went in the Chocolate Factory and he had like a garden outside and all the fruit was like exaggerated. Well, you should watch the movie. I recommend folks watch it. But they got that from Genesis. All right, America was Pandora. I'm sorry, the earth was Pandora.
And
you
it
know?
was intact too.
It was one land.
Yeah, and to prove that, this is 2nd Ezra 6:51. Unto Enoch you gave one part, which was dried up the 3rd day, that he should dwell in the same part wherein are 1,000 hills.
And Enoch, another word for Enoch is Bohemian. All right, which is what they would call, I forget that scientific name for Bohemian, but it's basically speculated it's that dinosaur with the long neck. That dinosaur, it's heavy because I had that toy when I was a little one. But it's a dinosaur with the long neck, real cool, laid back type dinosaur. But at the end of the day, we had dinosaurs and all that, man. We coexisted with them.
That's right.
All right? Everything, all the vibrations of the earth was on point. Are you like the Elias tree, the lean on a tree, and get charged up? It makes sense because I believe the end of our hands have nerve endings. And without looking too deep into it, I believe those nerve endings is like the end of a socket cord or the end of a cord. So depending on what you put your nerve ending on, you're gonna get the receptive energy of it.
And I was talking to a nurse practitioner. He was breaking it down just like that a couple of days ago, and he was just basically saying that when you think of like a horse, you know, like a horse has a hoof. Well, he said it's nothing but the hand. Like so, the horse. He said that the hoof of a horse is nothing but the hand. So we have like fingernails. So that big fingernail is what covers the hoof, right? And then he was just talking about like when we have like the arm and the elbows and things of that nature. So he said basically when you think of a horse, it has like that long leg is nothing but like it's like an arm, but it goes into an elbow, which goes into like the socket. And all I was thinking about, that's further proof that basically how all of us was created around the same time frame. How we all came out the waters, because when you think about like the mammals, he said they all have 7 vertebrae. So we have 7 vertebrae, and even like a giraffe, A giraffe has 7 vertebrae, although it's longer. And all I kept thinking about how we all came out the waters together around that 5th day.
Hey,
It only makes sense.
It reminds me of that the Lion King movie. Is it The Circle of Life?
Yeah.
And it says, on the day we arrived on the planet. And if you could look up the lyrics just to confirm it, but The Circle of Life, the first bar was on the day we arrived on the planet. You know?
Yeah.
And like people brothers always bring out, like, you got nerve endings in your feet, right? But when you walk on the soil, you're supposed to get charged up. Because what do you have in the soil? The minerals. What is essentially the minerals? Is electricity. It's power. Like every mineral is an element. Every element is a form of power. All right. So if you walking on the soil barefooted, you get that charge up in your body.
Yeah. And he also said too. He said that when you think about like the body, it's more evidence that it had to be inspired by divine intervention. Because he said, even when you think about like the process of a cell and what a cell can do and how it's composed, it's nothing like anatomy has taught you. He said that's how deep and complex you really can go outside of one's thinking, man. But I was blown away.
Yes, hey, and that's like The Circle of Life, sung by Elton John. The first lyric is the first bar, from the day we arrived on the planet. And now that I read it, it could go either way, like when we were born. But just on a deeper level, we all arrived, like the brother said,
At the same day.
on the same day. Because what do we call the earth? Mother Earth. What happened? We came out of her womb at the same time. It's like her water broke. We all came out of her womb or her waters, all right, on one day.
Yeah. To back you up, this is Genesis 1:20, and the Elohim said, "Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that has life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament and of heaven." And the Elohim created great whales and every living creature that moved, including people, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And the Elohim saw that it was good. And the Elohim blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth." And the evening and in the morning were the 5th day.
So what happened? We came forth out of the waters, right?
Right?
What is the human body mostly made out of? Your body can't function unless it has water. You can't have a bowel movement without enough water in your body.
And then when a woman's about to have a baby, what they say?
No, water breaks. What do you really eat when you make a baby and you ejaculate in a woman? What is that you're mostly ejaculating? Water. All right? The human body can't function without water. It's mostly water. All right? Even the way you know it, because it also says in Genesis 1:29, that our dietary source was what? It was fruit. It said let every fruit-bearing tree be your meat. But what does fruit mostly consist of? Water. You're putting you back into you. You're putting your element back into you. This is the alkaline diet, man. So we came forth out of that planet. But the point was, man, all right, is that we deviated from his way. And before the flood came, the earth was saturated with perverts, weirdos. And now the earth is full of what? Perverts, weirdos. By pervert, I mean you were turned away from Yahweh. The degenerate. Now, what does the word degenerate go back to? D means away. Generate goes back to gene. You departed from that ancestral standard. So the average Israelite, because it's really about the Israelites, this who actually had the standard, they're degenerates now. The average Eve is weird. The average so-called black, Hispanic, and Native man is weird. Either he's a straight-up Guadalupe idol worship, or Jacob's a straight-up nigga. Either you're an idol worshiper or you think you're the idol. Eve thinks she's the idol. A nigga thinking he's the idol. That's why you're on social media in your temple waiting on people to worship you.
Yeah.
All right? All right, go ahead.
It's Isaiah 19:14. The Lord Yahweh have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof.
Yep.
And they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit.
In the world, we're considerably young men. I have seen the world change since I've been 18 years old. Since we came out here to teach, the world has gotten scarier and darker and weirder. Am I wrong? since we've been down here, and these men, since we've been down here in the past decade, the world has gotten scarier. People have got more tattoos on their face. Their dreadlocks turn other colors. All right, they're into more perverted sexuality, man.
Sagging turned into shopping at women's schools.
Man, you saw how BG when they gave BG a makeover out the gym? Like that boy was like like you gave your grandma a makeover. You know, you give your like auntie a makeover. She got that look on her. Like you said, it's the world has gotten weirder since we've been here. The music, we want it.
Because even Nas has got this song that just came out going viral right now. They're talking about him desiring D since 7th grade. You know?
Nas said that?
Yeah.
Oh, Lil Nas X. Hey, but that's Esau little action figure.
Yeah.
Cause what Esau wants to do is turn you to a woman. Esau finna the alpha male of the earth is a so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American man. So either he gonna attack you with masculine, toxic masculinity, everything about you is toxic, or he gonna turn your ass to a woman. One of his weapons is the LGBTQ movement. One of his weapons is the Black Lives Matter movement, because he used that movement to take your masculinity away.
Yeah.
All right. One of his weapons is the so-called black woman. He weaponized our women against us through matriarch, through welfare system, through he put the energy behind her success and your downfall, man. Through child support. That's called divided couple.
Hey, I got another precept just to prove we was all created around the same time.
Yep.
Right. This is Job. This is Job 40 and verse 1. Moreover, Yahweh answered Job and said, right? So he's talking to Job. So verse 15, behold, now Behemoth, which I made with you, he eat grass as an ox.
He said, behold, Behemoth, which is Enoch, the
Right,
dinosaur.
right, which I made with you.
So he came out the waters with us. He came out the waters with us, man.
He eat grass as an ox.
If a brother could Google Behemoth, I believe that's the long neck dinosaur. The one that kind of like got the long neck with the wide body. Yeah. Yeah, he came out the waters with us,
Yeah,
man.
because we was all creatures.
Yeah.
We were all created around the same time frame. Nations, different animals, and things of that nature.
So what happened was on that day, Earth gave her water broke.
That's it.
Earth water broke, and all her children came out of her. All of her, she didn't release all her children, man.
And hey, it's an album cover Apostle Gabar always brings out. It's this band, and it actually has people just coming out the wall.
Yep, that's right.
That's going back to Genesis,
Yep.
the 5th day.
Yep.
But see, Esau knows.
Esau knows, man.
And through the spirit of Abba Shema Shabbat, then with the apostles, the prophets know.
That's right. We know now, man.
That's right.
All right. So the earth, her water broke, man. And you know why I personify the earth as a woman? Because the earth is actually a living soul.
That's right.
Because the earth vibrates at a frequency, I want to say of 7 hertz. The brother could look it up and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's 7 hertz. But they call it's a name for that hertz. But you know why it vibrates at a hertz? Because she's pulsating. That's a pulse. A hertz, like a vibration or a frequency is a pulse. She's pulsating, man. So when the scripture says, "I will destroy him who destroyed the earth," or the first cheese shall rejoice, that's because the earth itself is a woman.
Yeah.
It's a spirit. It tells you in Wisdom of Solomon 12 that incorruptible spirit is in all things. So the earth actually vibrates at a frequency of 7, which means it pulsates at that frequency. So she's breathing.
Yeah.
If you have ever seen a sequel to the movie Avatar, The Way of the Waters, one of the daughters got by the shores on the sand, and she said, I can hear her.
Yeah.
She put her ear to I can hear her breathing. Like I can hear her. Because the earth was breathing, man. All right?
So one thing about the earth, you can dig into it too.
Yeah.
You know, like a woman.
Yeah. And husband.
Yeah, you can say in a sense the earth is still like the earth is alive because everything that grows on it, trees, plants, that's almost like being an umbilical cord, giving that nourishment for things to grow.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's something about voice frequency.
Right.
I have to dig a little deeper.
I got you, bro.
What's the matrix? Right? When you
Yeah.
go to the term matrix, what is that? A womb. When you look up the term matrix, the matrix is a womb.
Oh, the earth.
They had to come out that particular shell, which be symbolic to that womb.
There you
to
go.
live.
There you go. So on the 5th day, what happened? We all came out the water.
Yeah.
However, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Hashem Yahushua designed it to be, man.
That's right.
You can't get around that last scripture.
Nah, that was it.
So we back here too, Isaiah 24:4. The earth mourned and faded away.
And the reason why the earth can mourn, because the earth has a spirit in it. That's the reason why the earth can mourn, because, hey, the earth has a spirit in it, right? So wait a minute, when Yahushua comes and just destroys everything and resets everything, the earth will no longer mourn. The earth will rejoice. The earth will be happy. Father, show you what? That the earth has a spirit as well, man.
And Esau shows you in his cartoons. You know, he have the earth like a smiley face or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll show you on his cartoons.
Show,
back in the
yup,
day.
yup.
You don't really do it too much
Planet tear
nowadays.
shit.
Yeah, like the sun. You know, it'd be happy or sad like
Yeah,
that.
that's right.
So it says the earth mourned and faded away. The world languished and faded away. The haughty people of the earth do languish.
And the reason why, because who is ruling? Okay, based on Esau's rulership, the earth is mourning. The world is fading away. Meaning what? If something is fading away, if something is mourning, it's slowly dying. Right? Esau brought death. Yahushua came so we can have eternal life.
You know what's going on, bro?
What's up, bro?
Out of all the nations, who's the counselor?
Esau.
Esau.
Earth has cancer right
That's
now.
right.
Earth is dying of cancer. Malignant. Earth is dying of cancer. So the Yahushua said the physician came to heal a lung disease. The physician is Yahushua. He's going to uproot this tumor from the earth because you're this concrete jungle. It's a cancer to the earth. What's the dude, the MMA announcer? Joe Rogan was like, if you look at our societies, you look at the planet Earth. He's like, where's the problem? He's like, we look like a cancer in the earth. All right, this so-called white man's rulership is a cancer in this earth existence right now. So Yahushua's about to uproot this tumor in the earth, man.
Hey, I walked in the Applos around 12 p.m. on Tuesday. Number Edomites in there. I had that same disgusting feeling. It's like an overwhelming sensation. Like, man, look at these.
Yes. But they look at us like, what is he doing here? Like, you're the problem. All right? But the earth is inflamed. Like in one breath, these are the signs of the returning of Yahushua. But that inflammation that happens when your body is trying to get rid of a disease. It's acidic. All right, your body has that fever to heat up to try to fight this virus. That's why the earth is acting crazy. She's heating herself up. Or she's inflamed because there's a virus in her.
Right. But its immune system is low.
Yeah, and it's an autoimmune disease.
Yeah.
Because go ahead, bro.
That's why the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, gonna put Esau in that the ultimate chemo session, man. Yeah, damn it. When he gonna put that boy in his final chemo, man. And that's gonna really get rid of him altogether, man. He's gonna be stubborn. Because what chemo's supposed to do, what? It's like a radiation that really, like what? Dispose of the bad cancer cells that burn them off, but he ain't coming back.
That's right.
I think one of the brothers, I think in Birmingham some years ago, he brought out how the earth, like in the satellite view, look like it's being whipped. You know, like you look at a slave back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They say you look at that from like an aerial view, you just see like it's just being whipped. So that's why the earth is in a mournful state right now. You know?
Just to back the precept, I wanted to get this out, but every time when the Most High visited the earth, what happened? It trembled. To go back to the point that it had a spirit. Everything has a spirit.
Damn, that's a great point. That's right. You can't tremble if you don't have a spirit.
Right.
You can't mourn if you don't have a spirit. Everything in earth is basically a living organism.
Yeah, how the earth gonna rock to and fro like a drunkard?
Right.
Right. Nuke scene.
Right.
The Most High came down to speak to the children of Israel. You know, the earthquake.
Yeah.
That's right.
When Yahushua passed, you know,
Yeah.
the temple bred the earthquake.
Then the earth has blood, the oil.
That's right.
The earth has the earth has water.
That's right.
Or the earth has blood.
That's right.
Earth has hair.
Yeah.
The tree.
That's right.
You know. So the earth has hair. The earth has blood. Yeah. Like I said, the earth is conscious.
So it has to have a heart, like you said, it's pulsating.
Yeah. The earth has a core. It's pulsating, man. All right.
Bro. Yep. I don't know. When you thought you said blood, man. Like Esau would not stop fucking drilling, man.
Nah.
They be drilling and drilling and drilling. And if you have to go to the fucking doctor, man, they want to take pints and pints and pints and blood out of you, man. You can do a crime and drop one speck of blood, and they can get your whole life history.
Yep.
But if you go to the doctor for any little thing they want to draw blood, they getting like 4 or 5 of them damn tubes. We know what you're doing with.
Yep.
We know, but it's just you do too much. You do too goddamn much, man.
Yeah, you doing too much, man.
We talk about them niggas from Chicago being the first real artists, but it's really Esau.
Yeah.
Kane out there. Kane was out there in the garden rapping. The first nigga in the garden. The first nigga, because you know the Most High, the earth was like a house, a nice, beautiful house. The first nigga in the house, man.
He was a reprobate.
He was a reprobate. Came out rapping, man. Killed his own brother, man. Nigga brought a fruit basket for a sacrifice, man.
It got mad.
Yeah, got mad because the Most High was like, "Where's your brother?" He was like, "You know my brother's keeper." You gaslighting ass nigga, like you know what I'm saying? You deflecting, like, "You know my brother's keeper." Yeah, you a nigga, man.
Straight up, nigga.
Yeah, but like the other was going back initially when he first started, hey, the laws was oral. So how was Esau, like, how was Cain punished? Because basically he didn't follow the oral law.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why that judgment came upon him.
And that's why he made Judah. See, we're in Cain's reality right now. We in the so-called white man's reality, his world. So you don't understand that we're living in a backwards reality.
Yeah.
So the Most High did not curse us with melanin. The Most High cursed them with leprosy. So in a correct reality, all right, Cain, or the so-called white man, will be an anomaly in the planet Earth.
Yeah.
That's why he said I would put a mark on Cain to where anybody that see him want to slay him, right?
Yeah.
But that mark was what? Leprosy.
Yeah, because when in the Hebrew for mark, it goes back to a distinguished mark.
And you got to understand, to give context, in that time, everybody had periods.
That's right.
Even if you go to certain African communities, if somebody has leprosy or so-called albinism, they might want to kill him. He's the neighborhood freak. All right, so that's how it was in the ancient world. Like, wait a minute, he came out with no melanin.
Yeah.
All right, and furthermore, he's like he's like raw flesh. That's why in the sun he get cooked. They call it sunburn. In the sun you get cooked. They call it. You might get cancer. All right,
That's why our forefather Isaac was like a socialist.
Yeah.
A sophomore.
And no disrespect to Israelites, you know, brothers that might have albinism, maybe his sons might have albinism, but that's why somebody with albinism, they're not earth friendly. Because the Most High gave us tent, right? It's like a solar panel. It absorbs the sun's energy. That's why you got melanin in your eyes. Those are your sunglasses. All right, so you can walk around and see in the daytime. But Esau eating that lizard, right? He got them green eyes or the blue eyes because he has no tint in his iris, which means that when he walks outside, it's like shit. Really, sunglasses were for the so-called white man.
That's it.
All right?
Sun lotion.
Yeah. Do you know why his eyes are blue or green? Is it because the Most High favored him over Jacob? No, because you can see his blue veins behind his see-through iris.
So what they call it in science a degenerate trait.
Yeah, it's a recessive gene.
Recessive gene.
It's a recessive gene. All those things, man. That's why his voice is light. All right. That's why. What's another recessive gene? All right.
Small lips.
Small lips. All right. Basically, you're not a lion. You know. Go ahead.
Yeah. Proverbs 3 and Proverbs 3:33. The curse of Yahweh is in the house of the wicked,
Yep.
but he blessed the habitation of the just.
Hey, you're cursed, man. So the Most High cursed you in the sense that you're not even earth friendly. Like the way your anatomy is made, you can't just be in the earth like that, man. That's why now it makes sense that you brought in the caves. You know, you probably walked outside from the cave, was like, oh, you went back in that cave, man. You know, that's why you was always like in dark places. And you know one of the most high-rated retreats. You know what the most high-rated retreat that people go to? It's the one that's modeled after a cave. When it comes to tourists and traveling, they have a certain retreat, and the top one is the one that's modeled after a cave. That's why the so-called white man loves going in the mountains. Yeah. All right, that's why he building skyscrapers up this high. Say it again. The Grand Canyon. That's why, taking this from Elder Yashawamba, his kingdom is nothing but caves. And that's why Elder Apostle Hart, he said that High Priest Ariel, before he came into the knowledge, had a dream that he'll be basically living in the mountains or teaching in the mountains. I think he came from the south, right? So, but teaching in the mountains and living in the mountains was basically him moving to the East Coast where there's a whole bunch of skyscrapers. Because from a heavenly point of view, these are mountains. These are, because you know, the rocks of Petra was carved out mountains.
Like these buildings.
It looks just like these buildings, man.
Especially like that, right? You look straight down.
Yeah.
You look at how the windows cut out.
Yeah.
You look
Yeah.
at Petra at a certain angle.
Yeah.
So it was just like that.
And if you ever been to a mountain or been in a mountain, right? From far away, it looks like you could just like fall off of it. But then when you get in the mountain, it's a whole civilization in the mountain. Like what do you call it? The Appalachian Mountains. You actually go into like Lookout Mountain in East Tennessee, Chattanooga. They actually got like houses, buildings, museums. Or where they had civil wars there, right? So in the actual mountain, just like this, it's actually cars passing by, neighborhoods. Meanwhile, you're in the whole mountain. So showing you that we're in the mountain. All right? That's his element. All right? Oh,
I seen this video with this Edomite, and he was in a cave and like doing like I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but the crawl space was getting smaller and smaller, and he had holding his camera talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we do this. You know, us who crawl through the caves, whatever the fuck you call it, they love it. You know what I'm saying? Something they have passion about. But that cracker died in there because the space got so small. He by himself, he couldn't get out the bitch.
I see the video on TikTok like that.
That might be
man.
the same one I seen, man.
Yeah, that was,
He had like an inch of room, right?
yeah, I'm not sure.
Like like it's like the further he gets, it's like barely no room to maneuver.
Probably
in.
like the snake he is, man. Or what?
Then he couldn't find his way out.
But suffocate.
look, there he go right there. There he go right there. Yeah, look it. But I heard somebody say that this man has a chemical imbalance, which gives him a disposition for pedophilia. So when the scripture says the soul is lifted up to him is not upright, that would make sense. It's played out physically as a chemical imbalance, but it's tossed out spiritually as having a perverted spirit.
Because
Like,
he can't do no good.
he can't do no good. So that's why 80% of pedophiles are so-called white men. All right? That's why you have a disposition of death. Why do you like hunting so much? Why do you like hunting so much, man?
Don't forget bestiality.
Why do you like bestiality so much? Why do you like
Probably go
both?
hand in hand. They probably hunt the animals to
Young age.
crazy
Like
shit to
young teenage Edomites and 20-year-old Edomite females, you know, they already fell in love with their dog.
Yeah.
Get ate out by them, having sex with them. Oh, what's another one, man? Running in the cold with the little boy shorts. All right. What's another one, man? Oh, you're just a deviant, man. All right. And you know, Eve to get married to Edomites now, like that's a straight trend. Like you, that's like laying next to a python. You know what I'm saying? That's like laying next to a serpent. But hey, go ahead, Eve. All right, go to Zaddy. But hey, but when the time of Jacob's troubles come, and we didn't check your resume, and you didn't be with the serpent, you know? All right.
This is Proverbs. This is Romans 1:21 in the NLT. Yes, they knew the Most High, but they wouldn't worship Him as the Most High or even give Him thanks.
Because what happened was they attributed every idol to the Most High. You know?
Right. Which also, brought back that point, that incommunicable name. Man. Back in the scripture, Romans 1:21.
But, I'm sorry, but what did it say in Acts when it was up over at Mars Hill? To the unknown God.
Yeah.
You know, no new thing under the sun.
That's right.
All right?
Back in Romans 1:21 in the NLT, yes, they knew the Most High, but they wouldn't worship Him as the Most High or even give Him thanks.
Yep.
And they began to think of foolish ideals of what the Most High was like.
Yep.
As a result, their minds became dark and confused.
This is the pre-flood era. This is the lineup with Wisdom of Solomon 14. This is what niggas was on before the flood, man. This is not just some fairy tale. This is not something you sit in the Indian style and your mama read to you.
Right.
This is an education of what not to do, man. Come on, man. The spirit's wild and like, this is what not to do, man. All right?
Claiming to be wise, they instead became utter fools.
Yep.
And instead of worshiping the glorious, ever-living power, they worship idols made to look like mere people and birds and animals and reptiles.
Because part of the law was you should not make any image of the Most High. That's part of the law.
Right.
You should not carve an image and say this is the Most High.
Right.
We have illustrations of biblical depictions of the Most High for the edification of our people,
Yeah.
because we've been in this diaspora,
Yeah.
so we have to be educated to know what our God looks like,
That's right.
as opposed to Christmas to rappers.
Yeah, but these same pictures, we're not creating altars
Yep.
with fucking
Yeah.
candles around them and
Right.
what you call it, bending ourselves,
Yeah,
you know, and worshiping them.
that's right.
Back in the scripture, so the Most High abandoned them to do whatever shameful things their hearts desired. As a result, they did bow and degrade themselves. It's like it. As a result, they did bow and degrading things with each other bodies.
Your alphabet game. So that, because that's the Romans 1 and the NLT. That's alphabet game culture, transformer culture, idolatry culture, adultery culture, drilling, game banging, scamming, backdoing. Yeah.
They traded the truth about power for a lie.
Because the way you show your devotion to Yahweh is you got some now it's called the flesh. We fast forward to the New Testament, they call all those things the flesh. So the way you show your devotion to the Most High, you suppress that what we just described for Yahweh Bahashim Shai. That's how you show your devotion, because we all got that in our lower nature. They call that the lower nature. All right, but you suppress your lower nature for Yahweh Bahashim Shai.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. So they traded the truth about the Most High for a lie. So they worship and serve the things the Most High created instead of the Creator Himself.
Because, you know, in the regular version goes into who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie. Because in Genesis, the first chapter, when Yahweh Shai and Elohim got the blueprint from the Heavenly Father Yahweh to create everything, including male and female, what they say afterwards, it was good.
That's right.
And once you go to the word good in the Hebrew, it's tawab. And one of the definitions in Blue Letter goes to pleasant and agreeable to higher nature.
That's right.
So Esau does everything within this day of time, everything is against nature. You know?
Agreeable to higher nature. This is so Cain's world is lower nature,
Right.
instinct,
Right.
the id.
Right.
You should say something, brother?
So really, Yahweh Shai in the 144 was basically saying everything was perfect. Everything is perfect, and then when you just see it manifest from the blueprint, as they were manipulating the elements, they were like, God damn, this is Torah. This is perfect. But no, when it comes to Esau, everything is basically imperfect. You know, the strawberries was good in his own way, but what he had to do, he had to do something good.
Spice it up.
He had to, exactly.
Genetically modified.
And that's why it's a very high chance we could be those same individuals that was with Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
Because we won't got a problem with the earth how it's being ran.
That's
now.
right, bro.
The majority of our people, they're not complaining how the situation
That
is.
makes sense,
You
bro.
know?
They like that neglected garden. Yeah, you know how a garden gets neglected and weeded out, and it's not the same how it used to be. Our people like that stuff. 2/3 of our people, they like when the neighborhood get tainted by niggas. But that 1/3 is like, nah, this is not how it's supposed to be.
That's right.
Well, we like the earth when it was a suburb.
right.
But that nigga of the earth came and niggered it out. You know? And it's real talk. And it doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
It's like a neighborhood doesn't get polluted overnight. But it starts out as a decent neighborhood, then 1 or 2 little ratchet people move in, then the value of the neighborhood goes down, the prices might decrease, and then more ratchet people move in, now the whole neighborhood gets turned out.
I'm glad you, yeah.
Now this nigga in power, and there goes the earth.
It's a process of time.
A 500-year process, you done turned the earth into the projects.
And everything's a process of time. Even developing and establishing the kingdom of heaven, it's a process of time.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen overnight. Even when Yahweh Shai in 144 created the world, it took what, 6,000 years.
Yeah.
It was a process of time.
Because one day was 1,000 years.
That's right.
So it took 1,000 years just to grow produce on the earth.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I got a precept.
Let's
go ahead,
brother.
bro.
I had just passed by, so I had to go back to it. But this is 2nd Ezra 6:38. It said, I said, O Lord, thou speakest from the beginning of creation, even the first day, and said thus, let heaven and earth be made, and thy word was a perfect work.
See? Tawab. Tawab. And when you go into it, how it tells you how Yahweh Shai, well, the Elohim moved over the earth. Basically, they was inside chariots. Because when you look up that term move in the Hebrew in Genesis, it goes into hover. So what was they hovering in inside those chariots, man?
These classified documents.
That's right, bro.
Yeah. It was chariots hovering over the earth.
Manipulating the elements.
Yeah, and then being proud of the works like this is good.
Yeah.
Because what does the artist do when he finishes his work on the canvas? Yeah, he looks at it and was like,
Yeah, that shit
this
good.
is
And then he
good.
marks his name on
You watch his name? Come on, man.
Man,
And the most high is the Bob Ross
it. Right.
of existence, man.
that's right.
You know, he's that Bob Ross, man. And the best engineers and architects are Israelites. Look at the Northern Kingdom and their architecture. Look at the Southern Kingdom over there in Nigeria. The best engineers and architects, man. All right, because Jake naturally creates. And then a part of your imprisonment is a school system. Your son, his mind is in prison with all the words and no pictures. He's forced to sit in the classroom for 8 hours. This creative energy, this little guy, he's forced to sit in class for 8 hours. And then, don't you know that the language of an Israelite is pictures? Their first language, every character was a picture. The Hebrew mind has a receptor for images.
Even the alphabet.
The alphabet, the Hebrew alphabet is pictures. So if you want to teach your son, the more pictures you have to him, now you're teaching his first language. Like the Most High wired you for a language. The language is Hebrew, and the Hebrew is in pictures, those characters. Symbolism. If you want to eat more correctly, of course, you know we have our selection of meats, but the food of your body is the produce of the earth. You know, like I'm thinking about. I'm gonna say this real quick. Our families, our uncles and shit, when they're young, they mighty men. Played football, ran track, fullback, running back. Then they get 30, 40, 50, they get sick because they eat a foreign diet. Jake is called what? Dyslexia, ADHD, and all that because he's learning a foreign language. What happens with dyslexia? You make the words go backwards in your mind. Hebrew, hey, that's my great granddad was a lumberjack 12 hours a day. Hey, but what happened with dyslexia? No, that's your dad. What happened with dyslexia? You make the words go from left to right. But what's English? English is what? Left to right, right? What's Hebrew? Right to left. So what's your brain trying to do?
Go back to the old way.
Yeah. See, what they'll tell you is you hardwired for your culture. You hardwired. I'm speaking as a man, but you hardwired for your culture. Hebrew is from right to left. So dyslexia. Hey, why is? Let me ask y'all a question. Is a so-called black man known for having an extended vocabulary? Like, yeah, it's the so-called black man known for having an extended vocabulary. The average so-called black man.
No.
Is the Hebrew a complex language or a simple language?
Simple.
So why does the so-called black man, why is he not known for having a complex vocabulary or extended vocabulary?
Because we're not built for it.
We're hardwired for the Hebrews.
That's right.
Yes, no.
Yeah.
Hey, your voice too deep to speak the damn English.
What do you, how should I say? Let your yea be yea, and your nay be nay.
Because why did the Most High refer to the heathen as having a complex language? He said, if I had given this to a people with a complex language, they would have received it. What does that mean? Because compared to the Mandarin, our language is complex. Compared to the Hindu, compared to the so-called Chinese and Indians, we have a simple language.
Right.
So when he said, yeah, English, like, this is Latin. It's hard.
Yeah, because there's no differentiation in sex.
Yeah.
You know, the feminine and the masculine.
Yeah. So right. So what I've been learning, bro, is that although we're in a different land, we're still the same people. Just like how the apostles break it down. If you put an orange in a different land, it's still gonna grow an orange tree.
Yeah.
So your grandfather still produced a Hebrew.
Yeah.
Although your grandfather got shipped over here to America, they had sex and still gave birth to a Hebrew baby. So which means that you still thinking Hebrew. So if you can't learn Latin, something wrong with you.
Yeah.
You know, if you can't speak English properly, like people look down on us because they don't have an extended vocabulary. Like Eve kind of looked down on us because we kind of have a. But I think it's because we're hardwired for that Hebrew.
But even the scriptures, you get to the point.
Yeah.
The Most High gets to the point. I'm in the book of Exodus. I'm reading that again.
Yeah.
But when creating the ark,
Yeah.
you know, basically the blueprint from the Most High to Moses was, look, you do it after this pattern. But it's specifications, but it's to the point. It's not long and drawn out.
And like I said,
And then I only have one more thing. Again, Esau gives you a fucking diagnosis, dyslexia.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But basically, you're supposed to read from right to left. You're supposed to read from left to right,
Like,
man.
you know what I do every time I'm a child? I read magazines backwards. Oh, I don't start from like the beginning to the end. I start from the end and go back. I go from right to left.
That's crazy because I be doing it too.
Yeah.
Man. For some reason, I flip the whole shit over.
Yeah.
And then just start going back.
Bro.
Not really no thought though. Just doing it.
It does.
Stand up and do it. Look for it.
One hit, one lead.
Well, you should make a point, bro.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you know, going back to what y'all was saying about the vocabulary, you know, and I saw this looking on my childhood, you know, I was taught in school, it's not fishes, it's fish.
Yeah.
You know, that's plural.
Yeah.
You know, but in the Bible, it's got fishes.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
and there's many other words that, you know, they took out of our vocabulary, you know, because I always said fishes.
Yeah.
That's a part of that crappy council, man, to cut us off from my power.
Like you said, hey, that never made sense. Like gears, fishes. You know, like, why you can't say this? I used to have a problem with that growing
You
up.
see a group of deer, and the teacher telling me it's deer.
Yeah.
And your eyes seeing a whole bunch of animals.
You know, your paper wrong and shit.
And this is wrong. But no, but don't you understand? Sorry, you
No, no, you got it, bro.
don't you understand? You're hardwired for your nation. Like you're hardwired for your language. Hey, another thing. The scripture said, "Be fruitful and multiply." Don't you know you hardwired for that?
Yeah.
Your whole life would get ruined because you had a baby by another woman. Don't you know you hardwired to have babies by other women? I know that's a stumbling block.
But that's true, though.
Yeah.
That's true.
And just how women have ovulation, a certain time of the month, they gotta have sex. It's a certain space where they're ovulating,
Yeah.
where and that's why a lot of women have infidelity things, because they gotta have a baby then. All right, when she's fertile.
Yeah.
But a man has a certain period where, look, I gotta reproduce. There's a certain element like in read, and that's why I take me frustrated with a woman. Because now I'm wired to go get another woman, man. You know? But Esau set up a paradigm that's contrary to our existence. Ain't that something? All right?
Which makes us go off.
Which make port, you know, hey, they had this movie called The Girl with All the Gifts. And part of the scene of the movie, they had Jake, right? And the monsters or whatever, they trapped in Jake, right? They trapped him inside of the store before they killed him or something like that, right? It's been a while since I saw it. But you know what they said towards the Jake that they trapped? It was like, we baited him with his vices. Like we used his vices against him to trap him. I'm like, and it was a Jake that they did that to. And the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American man, they put you in these concentrated enclosures called the hood, and they baited you in with your own vices. The liquor stores, the drugs, they tested this in a laboratory, the processed food. So they like the chemicals in the food, it makes your child chemically imbalanced, man.
It's crazy because you say like the liquor store and everything be in the hood, man. And you know, Jake, when Jake gets to, you know what I'm saying, kicking a little bit drinking, Jake wanna goddamn get intimate, man.
Yeah.
So then Jake started reproducing in the hood like a motherfucker.
And you know
so then they had to do what? They had to bring forth the birth controls and shit.
And you know what the nature of an Israelite, now that you said that, when Jake is frustrated, they want to have sex.
Yeah.
Because what it say in Exodus, all right, the more they were oppressed,
The more they reproduce.
so you might ask yourself, why would the Most High do you like that? Like, you're already poor, but if you frustrated and you have sex, you bring in another child, that's more like survival. That's so you won't die, your race will die. Like, if you're oppressed, that makes you want to bring babies in, so you're going to get oppressed to death. You know what I mean?
Leaving some of you behind. You go.
Just in case I die.
Yeah.
You know, your body's under that stress. All right?
And Esau is getting even worse with that because you mentioned contraceptives. You know, they selling those over the counter now.
Yep, they
You
are.
mentioned alcohol. They got a bill now that's going to go out nationwide if it passed where liquor stores can open on Sundays. You know, so they're just, you know, he's just baiting the situation even more now.
And you know what I noticed too? Like most jakes are enclosed in a certain side of town, right? It's already a concentration camp. Anywhere it's a concentration of the same people, it's like shooting crabs in a barrel. It's fish in a barrel. So that's why STDs spread like that. HIV, chlamydia, gonorrhea. He could do this with his laboratory studies because look, I got everybody in one spot. You already having sex, you're the Israelite. But now you can spread chlamydia like it's nothing. STDs, I can make a certain population in a certain area sterile. I can sterilize a certain population. All right?
Not by coincidence.
Not by coincidence. All right?
In Genesis 22 and 15, and an angel of Yahweh called unto Abraham out of heaven the second time, and said, By myself have I sworn, saith the Lord Yahweh, for because you have done this thing, and have not withheld your son, your only son, that in blessing I will bless you, and in multiplying I will multiply your seed as the stars of the heaven.
And it's part of our brand.
That's right.
Part of our brand of Israelites is having babies. Contrary to popular belief.
That's
That's
right.
part of the brand and the badge of an Israelite is that one man got 10 kids and that's regular,
That's
man.
right.
All
During
right.
the pandemic, there was a baby boom.
Yep.
You know, why is that?
Because they didn't have nothing to show.
And that's the reason, that's another reason why, that, hey, you know, because at the end of the day, this prophecy still had to prevail. Yeah, we had to be as plentiful as the sand of the sea and things of that nature. So Esau has done all this bullshit to try to eliminate the nation of Israel, but he can't, because ultimately it goes back to that blessing.
That's right.
It goes back to the blessing, man.
That's the brand of it. That's how you know a man is an Israelite.
That's right.
He love women.
That's right.
Like they like an older man, 80, 90, but he still get animated around a woman. That's an Israelite man.
That's right.
A woman, a pretty face, brighten your day.
Yeah.
That's the nature of an Israelite.
That's right.
Hey, baby, hey. Yeah, that's an Israelite. They bring you. What they do when King David was on his deathbed?
That's
Bring
right.
in the virgin.
And how did they know he was about to die?
Because he didn't get animated off her. That blood didn't get to go in. That chemistry.
That's right.
There was no no heat.
That's right. And they said, oh yeah, he done, man.
Because hey, a brother could be sick, had a cold, but you see a woman, you'll be kind of, you turn over the bed a little bit.
Like a talisman, for example.
Yeah, that brother, yeah, brother and I killed him. Yeah.
Was sick and ready. Eh?
Brother can be tired as a dog. A nice fine woman come up and offer you something. He got energy.
Yeah, the energy
got a
comes
little
from somewhere.
spurt real quick.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Back in Genesis 22 and 17, I will multiply. Let me start on Genesis 22 and 17. That in the blessing I will bless you, and in multiplying I will multiply your seed as the stars of heaven, and as the sand which is on the seashore, and your seed shall possess the gate of his enemies.
Because we supposed to have all these babies, right? And they should have. They're supposed to inherit our land. We having these babies in the zoo, in captivity, and it's hell. If it's one thing that will take a man down through there, it's them having kids in captivity, man. All right, all right.
This Judith 5 and 20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this should be their ruin.
And hey, if I could just add, and this is how intelligent and wicked as Esau is, because although he's super carnal and things of that nature, but at the same time frame, he used a spiritual game plan to almost destroy a spiritual people, man.
Because in order to destroy an Israelite, you can't just be carnal.
No.
But if you know, okay, this is great, like this one guy that actually exists, he's with them. So how do I get him against them?
That's right.
So even though he's a carnal man, I gotta tap into this spiritual stuff to get them.
So you take what makes them strong, what makes them powerful, and you set that against them.
That's extremely crafty.
That's super crafty, man.
So he masterminded the art of war.
That's it.
Pretty much, you gotta know your enemy as you know yourself.
And our real kryptonite is transgression.
That's it.
Our real so what did he do? He created sin in the form of culture.
That's right.
Christianity is sin culture.
Yeah.
Feminism is sin culture. Street culture is sin culture.
That's right.
It's just different facets of the different laws. The most I say don't break.
That's right. Adultery is sin culture.
It's sin culture, right?
Killing, murdering your brother is sin culture.
But what's the main topic in nigga music?
Huh?
What's the main topic in nigga music?
Murder and adultery.
Yeah, that's the two main
Murder
topics.
and adultery, man.
So Esau studied those concepts, and he was like, you know the scriptures, where it say, for the wages of sin is
death.
death.
It's
So he
dead.
pushed death into our so-called communities. That's why you see the 20 million people, they are degenerated.
Yeah, he made swine the culture. We died in the book of Maccabees to not eat culture.
That's right.
Showing it these the Grecians coming back. I used to watch Anthony Bourdain, Parts Unknown, and this dude went across the world, right, into different restaurants. And what I've noticed, all across the world, people ate swine. Where did that come from? European colonization, which is Grecian colonization.
See, that's heavy. And even with the swine, you know, the pork,
not only he did that, he made it more affordable in our so-called, areas.
Man,
right.
pork is cheap as hell.
But you got exactly the pit 5 for 20, but you got like bison, lamb, things of
Yeah.
that sort.
Yeah.
That's yeah, exactly.
The cheapest foods are the abominations. You got the pork, you got the shrimp, you got the catfish. Like you said, it's concentrated in the locations to where Jake mostly shot.
And check, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I've never seen a pig farm in Madison or Flowood.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
I haven't seen a
I've never
turtle in the
seen it.
suburbs. Hey,
No, you're right.
hey, but in Mississippi, what's the #1 fish?
Catfish.
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 Hey,
Bottom
but-
feeders.
Huh? Bottom feeders. What do they eat in Louisiana?
Shrimp.
Crawfish. Gator.
Yeah.
Now, you hardly hear about chicken in Louisiana.
Right.
It's crawfish. Man, I went to Louisiana. I went to Louisiana as a tourist. I had been to plant-based restaurants that locals didn't even know about. I'm talking to locals, they're like, that exists? Like, because they so deep off in the culture, like, they got plant-based? You know what I mean? A smoothie, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like in Mississippi, they didn't know we had a smoothie shop, you know what I mean? Or a vegan restaurant up here. All right? Because the locals, we so deep in the wickedness, you know what I mean? Mediterranean. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's the main one, Mediterranean.
I commend those bros out there in Louisiana, man. Shit. That's all you see and smell.
But you know what, the Most High merciful, because he got the Mediterranean spots down there. Yeah. Hey, no videos, please. You can say it.
Going back to a point you made, but they did this in the ancient time. I can't remember who it was that was on the mountain, but they were saying, as long as their God is with them, they are strong. But if their God is not with them, we can defeat them.
Well, one example was Judith, the 5th chapter. Oh,
Got
okay.
you.
Hey, even the clothes mixing fabrics. Who designs our clothes, bro? Esau. Yeah. Even our clothes supposed to be like, our clothes are supposed to resemble West African attire. Right. Like loose linen type. You know what I mean? And everything supposed to be covered. Because you know what I noticed too? The clothes we wear entice women. As men, we don't think about it. Women be looking at our lower parts through our clothes.
Yeah.
Like, girl, I think I see this print. I'm like, you know what I mean? But yeah, but the Most High, that's why the Most High had something called undergarments and overgarments. Because the overgarment was pants are really pants. Pants are really undergarments. Really, on top of your linen pants or your soft pants, you're supposed to have an overgarment. That's why over there in West Africa they have something called akbatas, which is really Hebrew. It's a Hebrew word, but it's really an overgarment over your pants.
Yeah. Then you got Sakari wearing a t-shirt. Right. T-shirts and my fringes on.
Now, what is a t-shirt? A t-shirt is really a garment, but the reason why I call it a shirt, it goes back to the word skirt. So really, your shirt supposed to stop at your fucking ankles.
Yeah.
You know why? Because in the ancient world, when the Levites would walk up the steps, you like to see their lower parts, the penis, man. That's why we had overgarments, man. Your garments stopped at your ankles. Because now we have lower testosterone, which made our penis small, but you got to rewind 2,000 years ago. If they were saying in World War I that the so-called black man had a tail in the front, how much more we were endowed 2,000 years ago? Yeah. So, like I said, once again, that's why we had garments down to our ankles. Yeah. So even this shit we wearing, man, it's really a sin. Mm-hmm. If you want to get like us wearing short sleeves, in the Hebrew world, everything was covered. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Our physique not supposed to be shown either. Right. We can't really, it's kind of like can't get around it. Right. But you're not supposed to see our physique and how we built up either.
Yeah, that's why you see a lot of old school Jake, a lot of older Jake, man. They work like that's all with my stepdad father. Yeah. And I want to say he probably worked on the farm, but basically he used to love wearing long sleeve shirts. Yeah. You would never catch, even in the summer, you would never catch him in short sleeve.
You know what the Hebrew rendition of a short sleeve was? White. Wearing white is what kept us cool in the heat. It wasn't wearing less, it was wearing white. And we had soft fabrics. That's why in the desert, a lot of times they'll wear white. But it's
almost like reflective.
Yeah, but guess who designs our clothes? Grecians, Esau. And most of them are homosexuals. That's why all the jeans are tight now. The shirt, you know what I mean?
Mary Jane.
Yeah, come on, man. And then, but guess what? Going back to kryptonite, transgression. Now it's the culture to have mixed fabrics. You know, it's the culture to have mixed fabrics.
And you got, you brought up Cigar and them, they t-shirt and they fringes on. Them cats, they claim to be so, I guess, about it. Well, you know, they selling Jake 100% polyester with like, it's supposed to be cotton-like. You know, with the fringes on, like some type of jacket, you know?
Yeah.
But they selling everything.
But really your t-shirt supposed to cover your pants. Really your t-shirt, because it's really a skirt. Really your t-shirt supposed to go all the way down to your ankles. Because like I said, back in the old country, you had an overgarment and an undergarment. And in the UK, if I'm not mistaken, pants are called trousers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pants or breeches. But the word pants go back to pantaloons because back, I want to say the 1800s, it was like a court jester who would wear pants without the overgarment as like a mockery of himself, like a clown. You know what I mean? But traditionally, before the breeches came back into power during the Renaissance in the 1800s, 1700s, no, you had those pants as an undergarment. That's why, like, it's really boxers. Like how you have like long, like pajamas. You feel like wearing pajamas, but you wear your shirt over it, man. That's why, you understand? See, in the ancient world, it's going, I'm sorry, in the kingdom, it's going to always make sense. That's why I believe, I'm going to say this real quick, so like, Jake heavy into matching. I believe through the spirit, Jake is always into matching. You know, like in school, if you didn't match, you might get roasted. But in our laws, the fabrics match, the textures match, the material match. Like it had to match. Now we're in Babylon, we do it kind of like perversely. The colors got to match. But really, your linen is supposed to match. All right, go ahead, Zaquan.
Yeah, this is in the book of Psalms 85, 82 and 5. It says, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
And that's what Esau has did. That's what he has composed with the form of Satanism. Everything is dark. Meaning basically his light is dark, but when it comes to our light, the true light, it's basically being set against us. So he puts out these rappers. He has like 50 Cent that upgrades from a musician, and now he's so-called executive producing miniseries or shows, and it's all doing what? Destroying our it's all destroying us based on the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you always brought up that scripture. They cast the net before our steps.
That's it.
And
Leaders.
Yeah, and it goes into leaders causing us to transgress.
Yeah.
Why? Because why do you think these weirdos are in power? They just had a video. Audio was supposed to be getting leaked. Allegedly, it's Diddy having sex with Meek Mills.
Yeah.
And you know that's a Grecian ass Israelite. You know Diddy's a Grecian ass Israelite. But it's audio coming out where it's allegedly Diddy sodomizing Meek Mills, man.
But I mean, that's what you have to do in order to make it.
Yeah.
You know, Diddy is basically calling this nigga daddy.
Yeah.
You know, like how do you think Usher basically came to fruition? It was basically he was about to get dropped from his label, and then basically his mom agreed to let him go and stay with Diddy at the age of 10. And also, he had to be taken to the hospital because of what Diddy did to him. He bust him open.
And you know how I know this true, brother? They got it popped up on YouTube, so that's how I know about it. Look, so let me say this shit right here. But they had a ghetto gaggers, right, where a mama was in the room while Edomite basically sodomized and defiled her daughter for like an initiation for a better life.
Yeah.
Like you gotta go through this ritual to be successful. Yeah. But the mama was right there watching her daughter get ghetto gagged. So that's how we know you wicked ass Israelite women and fathers, you allowing your daughter to get sodomized with these perverted ass record execs, man.
Guess what? When they asked Usher, would you allow your child to go there to Diddy's crib, he said, hell no. He said, hell no.
But even in Usher's documentary, Diddy was like, man, I introduced Usher to orgies and all that shit. And that's in the Usher documentary.
Yeah.
And that nigga was probably like 14, 15, 17.
And then one more thing, and Usher became so sick, what did he do? He did the same thing to, what's the white boy? He's Israelite. Bieber. He took
Diddy got a
him.
hold of
He
him
had
too.
to he had to stay with Diddy for like 48 hours. So the same thing that Diddy did to Usher, he did to Justin Bieber.
You got it, brother.
Yeah, Con, this is Proverbs 3 and 31. It says, "Envy thou not the oppressor,
Right.
and choose none of his ways."
So why? So why should we not envy the oppressor? Because at the end of the day, Esau is the man of wickedness. Esau is pushing Satanism, man. So nothing on this earth, especially right now, should make our concentration lead us true.
Because one thing, what's the nature?
It's over.
I'm
sorry, go ahead.
'Cause one thing about the enemy, he study your ass. And what's one thing he know about the nature of an Israelite? They need a shepherd.
Yeah.
So this nigga created many shepherds for Israelites. Jay-Z is a shepherd. T.D. Jakes is a shepherd.
IUIC is a shepherd.
IUIC is a shepherd.
Sakari is a shepherd.
For every sect of Israelites, whatever space you are in, this nigga created an archetype for you to follow.
That's right.
He created a Messiah for you to follow.
All boards are covered.
All boards are covered, so whether you're a conscious nigga,
Yeah.
a church nigga,
Right.
a street nigga, what's another type of nigga? A smart nigga. Every type of role model that you could possibly follow, he has that archetype.
Even the Israelite nigga.
Yeah, but even an Israelite nigga, like these are cult of personalities. But who engineered the personality? Esau Edom.
That started centuries ago, even with the origination of the Willie Lynch letter. Esau Edom basically studied us down to a T to understand what triggered us, what motivated us, what moved us, what feeling that we felt emotionally that would make us hate and envy one another. And he laid the blueprint down like a business plan and said, all right, slave masters, slave owners, you do this, I guarantee in 5 years this will happen. I guarantee 10 years. Yes.
And you know what? And I was watching a little podcast where the speaker was like, they study us to the point where they know us better than we know us.
Yeah.
We don't study them. They study us.
And that's the art of war. What's the art of war? You have to know
Your
the
enemy.
enemy better than yourself.
Yep.
Because what did the scripture say in Genesis 25? Esau was a cunning hunter.
Yeah.
Esau know that damn deer.
Also, in Genesis, goes to he was more subtle than any beast of the field, which goes into he was more artful in deception compared to these other nations.
Who was that? Elder Kazan? Was it Hagag during the Persian Empire? He was set up as a vassal state under the Persians. What did it say about Hagag? How he was basically clever in all the arts or some sort of effect. The reason why he was set up as a vessel because he was clever, he was wise. The nature, because we know the nature of an Amalekite. They smart than a motherfucker. We know the nature of a German, of an Amalekite, of an Edomite. Edomite is smart than a motherfucker.
You
man.
get that intelligence from who? Isaac.
Yeah, it said they are wiser than Daniel.
Right.
Why do you think you have something called junk food in the hood? That's the dumb them Israelite babies down. Why do you think it's something called formula? That's a dumb them. What do you think? Why do you think we all got autism now? How fructose corn starts like, and it's killing that connection between you and your house. Because even if you don't know the name of your house, you his baby. Even if you don't know the name of your house, the fact that you're an Israelite, you already got a certain connection to your house.
And they have it so foreign for us now. Well, not for us, but the elect, the hopefully elect out there. But the average individual, it's almost like their father comes and say, "Hey, man, hey, it's good to see you. Good to see you, son." And you look at it like, "Hey, bro, I don't know you, bro." Yeah. But that's how Esau Edom has, like you said, has created such a blockade from the average Israelite here on planet Earth from being able to actually even know their father.
That's one. So like, that's one of the reasons for the school system, man. They have children in them schools for what, 8 hours a day?
Yeah.
Reprogramming them,
Yeah.
taking them further and further away from, you know what I'm saying, the spirit, man. To get them to the point, like y'all was saying earlier, studying them. Seeing what their reactions be, how they do if they get in an altercation, how they do when the teacher get up, how they act about homework, when they fail, so on and so forth. Studies.
Case studies.
Yeah.
Case studies.
That's where it starts.
And they say by the second grade, they can tell when an Israelite gonna go to prison. I know a chick that went to school for psychology. She was like, by the second grade, they could tell when you finna go to prison. By the time you're in the second, because really, second grade is what age? 7. That's your first cycle. Because it takes 7 years to program a child. The first 7 years is when you're receptive to information. Dog, cat, car, cat, whatever. So the first 7 years, so by the time you're 7, that's the end of your first cycle on this plane, man. So it's scientifically proven by the time your man is in the second grade or 7 years old, they can tell he's gonna be a prisoner. He's gonna be a criminal, man.
And then how you know the experiments on the tribes is true? Who was affected? So-called Negro. Esau Edom put him through the slavery, put him through the drug epidemic, experimenting on him. You got the Panama deception. You got the what he did to Cuba. You know, and what he did to Issachar, the Mexicans. Like the list literally goes on and on and on, and you can go through each tribe like a domino block just falling over.
Yeah. Starting with the head.
Speaking, yeah.
Starting with the head, man.
About to clarify too, that's Haman and Esther. But he was an Agagite. You know, he's from Amalek.
The water for the correction, brother.
Oh, Agag.
Agag.
He
He was the grandson of Agag.
Haman the Agag. I got you.
He was the grandson of Agag who was supposed to get off by Saul.
Right.
Yeah. But that was the water for the purification, and that was a very monumental event.
Yeah,
But it's so heavy because in Ezra's, I'm sorry, in Esther and Apocrypha, it says Haman the Amalekite, but it also refers to Haman as a Macedonian. Woo! You gotta think about that. Let's go into that. It refers to Haman not only as an Amalekite in the Bible, but in Ezra's, I'm sorry, in Esther and Apocrypha, it refers to Haman as a Macedonian. So what does it tell you? That the Macedonians were Amalekites, and the Amalekites were of Esau. So wait a minute, who came from Macedon? What was the first empire that came from Macedon? And it came to pass Philip, the son of Philip of Macedon. So Philip, yeah, that's the line. That's that weed. So that line of wickedness went from Amalek. It went from Amalek, all right, to Hagag, to Haman, to Philip, to Alexander. Woo. So the first so-called white empire, the Grecian Empire, goes back to Amalek, which goes back to Esau Edom. The biggest secret on earth is that the so-called white man goes back to Esau Edom, man. That's the biggest. You think so-called African Americans, that's our little storyline in America, we supposed to be on camera saying this? Trillions of dollars went to hide this. Look up the Macedonian Empire. It is very vague, brother. We spent a lot of time making an effort to trace the Macedonian Empire back to Esau Edom, and it's hard. It's hard. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, this book of Numbers 24 and 20, and when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever.
Yep. But going back to Obadiah. But who is Amalek today? What's the name of that book? Who is Esau Edom? The 13th tribe. Those books, you know, because I know, okay, you might be Jewish. Well, who the hell is Levi-ish? Who the hell is Benjamite-ish? Naphtali-ish? It's some bullshit. It's a social construct.
And what's the person in Hebrews wanted to look the chief?
Yeah.
Because that's the chief tribe of Edom, man. And that same tribe does what? That's who controls this entire system.
I'm sorry. And look, we can speculate that just as Haman was a part of the vessel state to the Persian Empire, because it describes Haman as basically somebody who's very wise, all right, and basically intelligent. We could trace that all the way back to Cain. We could trace that all the way back to the serpent. Because what did it say about the serpent? He was more subtle than every creature. But wait a minute. What position of authority did he have to converse with Eve, who was basically the wife of the king of the earth? The king of the earth was Adam. So what position was he in to have any influence?
He had to have a high position.
Yeah.
Because he was able to connect with the right people.
So he must have been like a counselor. If you ever, please watch that documentary about the last Tsar of Russia. Yeah, and Bash, because it illustrates how the serpent overthrew Adam. But it played out with the last Tsar of Russia. It was a man that came from Siberia. He was like a medicine man. The Tsar of Russia, wife's son, was sick. And he came from Siberia, healed the son. But you know what he started doing? He started remote controlling the kingdom through his wife. That intelligence that he had, he started more controlling the kingdom. But they ultimately got the kingdom overthrown, man. And he was having sex with the wife. All right, go ahead. All right.
This is from the 1925 Jewish Encyclopedia, Volume 5, page 41. It says Esau Edom is modern Jewry.
Esau Edom is my, that's an encyclopedia?
The Jewish Encyclopedia from 1925.
When you go into that term modern, they use what? Just now. Just now.
And you know what? And they make an effort to make it seem like Esau Edom is just a so-called small head. You gotta say small head. Yeah, we just not get removed. Fuck it. But Esau Edom is Esau Edom is all the so-called white people. Not just the fake small heads over there in Israel. So-called white men over here in America. Y'all kinfolk. Y'all in that same nation. The Russians. But one thing we know is that the Amalekites and Esau Edom, they hate the nation of Israel. See, unlike Israel that's been cut off from the history and cut off from the storyline that happened before America, we have an actual enemy. The 12 tribes have a common enemy. It says in Proverbs, the wicked watches over the righteous and seeking to what? Slay him. You know, the wicked watching over the righteous and seeking to slay him. And we, go ahead, brother.
It's the book of Psalm 10, get to the point, verse 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages.
Doing case studies. In school, doing case studies.
The camera system.
Your camera system, man. Or your research, your study, your physicists, man. Yeah.
In the secret places do he murder the innocent.
In the secret places, and you got the abortion clinic, that's literal. Then he murdered you through your food. There's a correlation between processed food in the ghetto and crime rate. Don't you know there's like that's a behavior modifier. Processed food is a behavior modifier. High fructose corn syrup, MSG, and who knows what other chemicals and what other additives. It's a behavior modifier, man. All right, go ahead.
That's like I'm just thinking about the so-called pandemic. Who was like the group of people that he, used his propaganda to the forefront that had, the victims of this so-called C-19.
Hey, he was saying we gotta look after the Negroes.
Yeah.
He was like the minorities.
That's it.
The so-called, he was like the Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. We have to help them first.
That was a particular group of people.
Right.
Like, if you was never in the truth a day in your life, and that them raising an antenna for your enemy to be like, we gotta look after the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native. Like, what was the every time he ever looked after your ass?
Never.
This nigga said nuclear facilities right next to your house. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, we gotta look after the Blacks and Hispanics. Like, what the hell?
And them niggas went down.
Them fools,
They went down.
Man,
They thought that was a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger that got that shot. They had coming 3 times since then.
man, if they still alive,
Right.
because from 2021, because from 2021 to 2023, a lot of baby boomers died. You got the young athletes that died, but from like 2021, when they had the solution to the great pandemic, to like 2023, a lot of people that's like 50, 60,
Right.
my heart can't take it anymore.
There you go. Right.
People who, that's the baby boomers, they had the high blood pressure, diabetes. They turn around, got that thing. 2021, everybody's for all the aunties and uncles.
What Scarface said, you start your journey to outer space.
Yeah.
And that's heavy because you said the baby boomers, that generation died around that time frame. Also, that baby boom around the pandemic time
Oh,
frame.
yeah.
Plus our
Woo!
people,
One leave, another enter.
Yeah.
All right, so it says he
And
lied.
some of them fucked up too.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah. They like the Japanese after Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Those generations afterwards. It says he lied in wait secretly as a lion and his children. He lied in wait to catch the poor. He do catch the poor when he draw him into his net.
and this system is a net. The system is a trap. And what he does is he uses researchers, he uses school system, he uses religion to draw you in. You know what I'm saying? And the only people are going to be drawn in is 2/3 of our people in America and the non-elect outside of America. You know?
That's so heavy because they move our people to create a genre of music called trap music.
Yeah.
Because they know systematically this is a whole trap.
It's a trap.
It's a snare.
Or drill music. Systematically, you will get drilled. Esau is letting you know, see, within Satanism, you got to understand something. You have to let people know what you're trying to do because they also believe in bad karma. So, yeah, revelation of the method. So, regardless if it's in a commercial or in a comical format, he's still letting you know.
You know what's so heavy? Our generation, millennials and Gen Zers, we really are the chemical babies.
Yeah.
Like you were born in the 80s, especially the 90s on out, we really are GMO babies. So if you're not a 1/3, you've been born behaviorally modified. Your mother most likely ingested, of course, MSG, processed food, and then she fed you that processed food through her umbilical cord. So that the millennials and Gen Zers, they came out behaviorally modified.
Yeah.
So you actually came out under a demonic state.
Yeah, because during the 60s and the 70s, man, you know, your grandparents were around and they was picking shit from the garden.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't eat fast food like that. And when you did, it was more so like once a week or something.
But you know, it's not normal for the zookeeper to have lions in the zoo and feed their ass milk in a bottle. You know?
This is Psalm 64 and verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. And what's that? The NWO. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them?
Yeah, and part of it are those decrees, man. See, when we read things like this, in your Christian mind, you think it's one man plotting against some other nigga or something.
Right.
No, it's the nation systemically ensnaring another nation. And you don't see them doing it, yet you see the outcome. In every city in the world where the Israelites reside, we're behind. Systemically. So this man tactfully kept us behind.
Oh yeah, okay. And this is back in Psalm 64 verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them?
It's Job 24 and 1. Why saying times are not hidden from the Almighty? Do they that know him not see his days?
So how about Shemashah controls everything? Right? And now it's at the allotted time, you got the prophets, you got whistleblowers exposing Esau on all angles.
Forget the angels, according to Proverbs 15:3.
That's
Like the
right.
eyes of the Lord behold the good
That's
and the
it.
evil.
That's
So the
it.
Lord got a spiritual surveillance camera reporting everything back into the throne.
Yeah.
Of all the wicked deeds Esau is doing right
That's
now.
right.
You know?
That's
That's
right.
why you read Revelation 18 chapter, it goes into about that Babylon and how her sins have reached into heaven and how the Lord had remembered her iniquities.
That's a good point too. Because when you look at how 1,000 years is as unto one day unto the Heavenly Father, and one day as unto 1,000 years unto us, it's like it's a long time. But the Most High really hadn't gone to sleep yet. You get what I'm saying? Like when you look at it,
It's been that short.
yeah, it's been that short of a while. So people look at the wickedness that they do, they look at the transgressions that Esau Edom has committed against us, and they look at things like, oh, it was a very long time. But it was literally just minutes away, or seconds away, according to the Heavenly Father's time.
Hey, to back you up, Yahushua was crucified just 2 days ago.
And what happens when an event is not too far off?
It's fresh on your mind.
It's fresh on your mind.
It's fresh on your mind.
Fresh.
And you know, Yahushua, you know, because what do you know about Judah, man? Judah harbors grudges.
Yeah,
Like,
they don't let shit
They
go.
want their lit back.
yeah, like Judah, like Levi's kind of like instant.
See, y'all gotta be more spiritual.
You gotta be more spiritual, man. But Levi's kind of like they react quick. But Yahushua is a Judite, man.
That's right.
Judah be holding shit in, man, and then he explode. You know, so Yahushua been holding injustice in for 2,000 years. That's why his eyes bloodshot red. When the so-called Negro is angry, his eyes bloodshot red, man. All right. So going back to holding, you know, it's not been that long. For 2 days, Yahushua was like, man, they pierced me. They got my brothers in captivity. All right, they fucking up our earth.
They spat on me.
Yeah, they spat up. Come on, man, 2 days. All right.
It's Isaiah 42 and 14. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman.
It's that battle cry. So Yahushua is going to be screaming as he's guiding that father ship. Ah! You know, think about that shit, man. In the morning.
And it says, I will destroy and devour at once.
Right, so he's going to destroy and devour who? The Edomites. His entire dominion.
Who is this coming from Edom?
That's right. Give Revelation 6 and 1.
It's book of Revelation 6 verse 1. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were the noise of thunder, one of the four beasts saying, Come and see. And I saw, behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had
That's
a
the
bow.
fathership. All right, that's Yahushua coming back with great judgment. Go ahead.
And he that sat on him had a bow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's linking up with 2nd Ezra, the 14th chapter.
That's right.
Like how Shaw's gonna be on top of the chariot. That's why it fulfills that prophecy, how every eye should see him. You know?
13.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's 2nd
That's
Ezra
it.
13. And I saw it
See,
be
a big, tall black man, you know what I'm saying, just standing on their chariot. That's very scary.
Wait, what Jake be doing? Ghost riding the whip, riding outside their car. You know, Jake, you know what I
So
mean?
be hanging out the window.
Yeah, hanging out the window. You know, Jake be on the
That's a
hoverboard.
nice connection.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Jake be riding on the hoverboard and shit, man. Think about it, a hoverboard, hovering. And you're standing on top of something that hovers.
Yeah.
Like father, like son.
Hey, Genesis the first chapter, how the spirit of the Alahaya moved.
Yeah.
Hey, definitions hover.
And then like this lady who looks like an Edomite, she has special lenses in her telescope where she looks at the chariots and she sees Israelite faces on top of the chariots.
Like the Gina Maria.
But yeah, is that not how the Moors move? Because they had their horses with their earthly chariots, but they had the emblem outside the chariot.
So you got rappers now standing on top of their car.
Yeah.
One dude was trying to shoot a video and he had a Tesla and he broke the glass on it, you know, because he stood on top of it. Chosen. And they glad, man.
We here. We them guys, man. And the 1/3, that's the great for the cluster. I'm the one is us, man. And we ain't nothing else in this world. We the chosen.
On my leg there, man.
Yeah, it's for my legs. I just want to be. I want to stand on top of the chariot, man.
Drake said, I just want to be successful.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, we gonna be humble standing over the chariot, man. Looking at our slaves standing over a chariot like it's a hoverboard watching them. Yeah, man. Pick that watermelon, and the watermelon gonna be big, man. This is how you showed your pops with that log. Yeah, Esau, anyone had that big old watermelon.
Let not drop.
And the land's gonna be shaking. We gonna play a little game with you. You drop that watermelon, we gonna drop your ass, man. All right.
This is Matthew 24:30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn.
Yeah, because
Go ahead.
Hey, how is I gonna bring that old body back? Like this what Esau Edom has done to me, man. You know?
No, he's coming back. He's bringing judgment.
Yeah, they're gonna be mourning when they see how shot.
Yeah.
You know, look what the earth has been portrayed to see a so-called white man coming back.
Yeah.
You know, so when they see how shot, so-called black man with white woolly hair, but really he's gonna come back young, according to 2nd Ezra.
And this scripture alone shows you that salvation ain't for everybody. The reason why these tribes are going to be mourning because Yahushua is bringing judgment, man. Now it's going to be a time for
commemoration.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're going to have to see that. I think that's in the book of Zechariah. But
Yeah,
this
it's
time-
gonna be in the kingdom.
Yeah, that's in the kingdom.
So like
But this
the
time,
second coming.
right. What scripture says, I would not meet you as a man.
Yeah,
That's right.
The conqueror lion.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, so it says, then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn,
Right.
and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven.
So you're going to see Yahushua leading the host of heaven. Right? It's going to be thousands upon thousands of chariots, and they're going to blind the sky. Just like on 300, when Leonidas saw those arrows coming, that's how those chariots going to be in those skies, man.
What's in Isaiah? It says he should be traveling in the greatness of his strength.
That's right.
You know, he's going to be waxed strong with thousands in heaven. According to those multitude of angels going to be with him. That's why it's called the Sabbath oath, not the Sabbath.
The Lord of armies. He said the Lord of Sabbath.
Right.
Man. Remember that?
And they should see the Son of Man come in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory.
Power and great glory. That's literal, man.
So back in Revelation 62, and I saw and behold a white horse. He that sat on him had a bow.
That's right.
And a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer.
So he went for conquer and conquering.
They got the license.
Right? So this entire system is going to be destroyed, man, by the hand of Yahushua, who is presently sitting by Yahweh, man.
We're in the time of the thought.
That's right. And that's the end.
Yeah.
End game.
This is the end of an example of wickedness played out in the planet, which means the end of a man's rulership or end of a man's kingdom. But that's why the scripture says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning. All right. So we're at this man's end, man. Anybody have any closing scriptures, man? All right, go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun.
And that starts right now, man. Because even in the book of Ezra, it talks about how those who stood stiffly for the names, man. So right now we're in the prelude of this. Go ahead, man.
When the enemy shall come in like a flood,
Yeah.
the spirit.
What's that? That's Esau.
Yep.
Esau is about to shake some shit up, man, because the nobility are dying off, they're getting old, and they want to see this thing manifest on earth.
The spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him.
That's right. And so some of us is going to have what? Spiritual power, man. Some of us is going to have spiritual power.
And it's gonna feel like second nature.
Yeah.
Like it's second nature to walk.
Yeah.
It's second nature to run.
We had it before.
Yeah. And I have reason to believe when some of us who have spiritual power, it's gonna feel as though you could walk on the wind. Like it's gonna feel as though the air had steps. You know, that flying, it's gonna feel like you could step on the air. It's an element that you can actually feel up under your feet, man. All right. And also I might have it where it's like activated every time you're in a time of need. It is activated. Then you can fly from here to here. You know, because the city's gonna be shut down. Like, why are you gonna have spiritual power? Hey, because the city's gonna be shut down. You can't hop in your car and go somewhere.
And all this technology Esau got.
Yeah,
Robots, robot dogs and shit.
Yeah. Hey, but drones. Yeah, drones gonna be a new normalcy, man. Hey, but with that, we hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops and great millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Abba, Abba. Shalom. How much my shalom? Shalom.
Shalom.